Gucci and Louis Vuitton.
Yo, me a recording now, so when you're ready now.
Oh, you started already?
Yeah, me start.
Yeah, we're ready. Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, want to give our praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Kodash, the honors unto our elders and apostles of Grey Millstone. And Shalom to all our brothers and Modia pushing this word in sincerity and in truth. To all that believe in this gospel. Shalom. We're in Camp James, Jamaica. Prophets of the Most High coming up once again. Prophesy the return of our Lord Yahushai and the end of the world as you know it, which is going to be with the end of the age. That's right. And the new world to come. Brother Kenneth is going to with 2 6. And that we're waiting on, the return of our Lord to set up a real world. I don't want young man. So.
Alright, so this is 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world. 2nd Ezra 6 and 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first?
Yeah, the end of the first. If I read Daniel the 7th chapter, it tells you about the first kingdoms that's going to come upon the earth. You have the Assyrian Babylonian kingdom, then you have the Medes and Persian, then you have the Greek and then the Greco-Roman, and when the last leg of the Roman Empire, there's a certain the beast that was wounded unto death and did live. So he come back on the scene, fulfilling Malachi 1 verse 4. So they shall build without basically cast down. So we know the prophet Ezra asks when are going to be the end of this current system, all them nations you come and rule, when will be the end of them rule, and then the kingdom of heaven, which we've been prophesying about through the ages. One.
And the beginning of it that followeth. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob and held first the heel of Esau.
Right? So basically Jacob, right? If you know the prophecy, what was take place, right? Esau came out first, which was a so-called red man, right? Or they call him white man, but him look red because him lack pigmentation. They call him Esau, wasted away. Right? And Joshua in the evening. And then Jacob had literally the hold on for the heel. Hence the reason Jacob. Right? Right, so plural to her in wonder.
Alright, so it says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
Yes, so Esau is the last nation that's going to rule this earth right before the return of our Lord. Right? But the Lord going to return, what's that? Isaiah 63, right? With the Edomites in rulership. And he's going to fight against them. What's that? Revelation chapter 12 and 19 as well. Right? 12 and 7 on down.
Jump down and read. Alright, so 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 18. And it said, behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth. And will begin to make inquisition of them what they be that have heard unjustly with their unrighteousness. And when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled.
Yeah, the affliction of Zion, we're basically being punished. But that punishment wasn't was never forever. We're coming to the end of that punishment, which going to fulfill what? Deuteronomy chapter 30 verse 7. So the Most High basically show the curses upon these enemies, upon these nations now, or enemies. Continue.
Verse 20. And when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished.
Right, so the world we're referring to in the Greek, it can be aeon, the age. When that begins to come to an end, right? The time frame when the so-called white man get to rule, when that begin to come to an end, this is going to take place. Go on.
Then will I show these tokens.
The tokens, the prophecies, the signs. Like before camp, we were discussing on the digital takeover, if you will, right? Our epidemic, our pandemic, right? The whole world is going cashless. Everything is going digital. We fulfill one of the major prophecies in the scriptures, Revelation 13 and verse 16. And on down.
The books shall be opened before the firmament, and they shall see all together.
Yeah, because people say the Messiah give us the revelation in the end times. Right? When we tell Daniel, right, basically it was sealed unto the end. And the master said, knowledge shall be increased. So now the prophets them are rise up, right? That's written in the book of Isaiah 123. Can I just read it real quick?
This is the book of Isaiah, first chapter, verse 26. And I will restore thy judges as at the first, and thy counselors as at the beginning. Afterward, thou shalt be called the city of righteousness, the faithful city.
Yeah, which go up to even Ezekiel 37. Right? Where we basically get back to life. We're dry bones, right? So for none of the curses, loss of heritage, loss of name of the Most High, and lose everything. But now I'm going back to even one. Revelation, the 11th chapter. Right? The breaker enter into us, which is the wisdom and understanding of the Most High. We are stand up on our feet. So I'm about to deliver us. We'll start with the elect. Yeah, man.
Alright, so back in 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 21. And the children of a year old shall speak with their voices. The women with child shall bring forth untimely children of 3 or 4 months old, and they shall live and raise up.
Yeah, because they're premature kids. I know them have like incubator where them can put the kids in. That's what? The technology is basically, what you call it now? Evolved, so to speak. But people can live when they're born premature.
Verse 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run.
Yeah, so you're going to basically a famine, and in the famine, as people say in 2nd Ezra 15th chapter, but because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation, they are going to be some riots, sedition, when they run in for the name and spoil them goods.
Verse 25. Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall select them. Read again. 2nd Ezra 6 and verse 25. Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation and the end of your world.
Yeah, and the end of the world. Right, the end of Esau's rulership. Right, so after all this calamity that's coming upon the face of the earth, there's something that's coming next. Right, the kingdom of heaven. That's why we are here. Right, basically ambassadors. Right, we announce the return of the Lord. Right, and we'll come back, come set up what? The kingdom of heaven. AKA the kingdom of Israel, which is going to be on earth. Are you fine? Yeah, man. So literally immediately for those tribulation.
of Matthew chapter 24 verse 29. It reads, immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of heavens shall be shaken.
Yes, so the stars will fall from heaven. So the description of the nukes, or warhead mainly, a fall, from, call it intercontinental ballistic missiles. They are fired from one continent, go into the outer atmosphere, and go to over the designated area, i.e. America. Right, the scripture said they shall go steadfastly unto Babylon, which missiles going to fall upon other countries, but mainly Babylon, and they're going to basically fall like shooting stars, so to speak, or a comet. That's right. One.
And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory.
Yes, so Yahushua is coming back with power and great glory. As it's written, him now go meet yes a man.
If you can make him can we finish where I said, but we can jump back around 3 in the same chapter. R1, go down. When you finish where I said still. Yeah.
Matthew chapter 24 verse 1. And Yahushua went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to shew him the buildings of the temple.
Which was what? The Roman Empire at the time. Which is still in the Roman Empire. But he must show him the buildings of the temple, the kingdom of the Roman Empire. Go ahead.
And Yahushua said unto them, see ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down.
Right.
And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be?
Because Yahushua hint at it, or he must say it. This are going to fall. All of them buildings that you see right here, so, are going to fall. The Roman Empire are going to fall. But the disciples them inquire when it are going to happen. Go ahead.
When shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world?
So obviously, he might come again. Then, him say, what shall be the sign? Because him did it already. But why them ask, what shall be the sign of thy coming? Then, it only mean that he might have to come again, because at that point, as the brother said, Yahushua never in power. Now he might come in power, and as the scripture where the brother quotes, him now going to meet Esau as a man. So, Esau is to be taken out of rulership. Read it again, continue reading.
And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name,
right.
saying,
To the point, make Yahushua, I forgot to take him out of rulership. Now, who and at what point did the Roman Empire, or who take down the Roman Empire? At what point did that happen? Then it only showing that it not happen yet. Him still in a rulership. Because the prophecy is that at the Messiah will go remove him out of rulership. That's why the disciples are asking, will thou at this time restore unto us the kingdom of Israel? So somebody have to go remove the Roman Empire, which is the king of Israel, to set up him kingdom. And that just simply show you that Esau is still in rulership, man. The Roman Empire is still in its continuation, man.
Because it wasn't brother mentioned that it never get taken down. A man might say in the Renaissance period, no, the Renaissance period, before the Renaissance period with Septimus Severus, them time period there, basically that was a wound to the Roman Empire. It never get destroyed. Because they continue the Roman system. They just come and just act like the new king, the kings in that said empire.
Yeah.
They didn't change the law, they didn't change the custom. They were living in the wicked society.
That is it. Can.
We want to get something specific still. see if we can get the print.
While I search for that, we can read this in an NLT.
Yeah.
Matthew 24 in an NLT.
Alright, go on.
Alright, so Matthew 24 verse 1 in the NLT, it says, as Yahushua was leaving the temple grounds, his disciple pointed out to him the various temple buildings. But he responded, do you see all these buildings? I tell you the truth, they will be completely demolished. Not one stone will be left on top of another. Later, Yahushua sat on the Mount of Olives. His disciples came to him privately and said, tell us, when will all this happen? What sign will signal your return and the end of the world?
And the end of the world. And that I want to explain to what I make. And just to mention, in the NLT, it's what Yahushua showed them the various temples.
Yeah,
just to show you this and confirm that he must show them the empire, the Roman Empire. And that's when the Roman Empire did, I speak, the ancient Roman Empire. Because now, as the brother mentioned, the rebirth, because at one point, you get a deadly wound, seen by what? Septimus Severus and completed by Constantine. But they came back on the scene in what they call the Renaissance period. See? And then it says, what shall be the sign or the signal of Yahushua coming and the end of Esau world? The word world there is in Greek is aeon, which means age or perpetuity of time. See? Meaning that what? There's a time period, just like every other kingdom before, where it will get taken down. And that is the reason why Esau have to be in rulership at the end of the world. And that's why he's in the ruler seat. No, Esau, which is so-called white man, must be in rulership before him get taken down in these last days, man. Go ahead.
2 Esdras chapter 11 verse 36. Then I heard a voice which said unto me, look before thee and consider the thing that thou seest. And beheld, and lo, as it were a roaring lion chased out of the wood. And I saw that he sent out a man's voice unto the eagle, and said, hear thou, I will talk with thee.
And the high eagle referring to the 12 Caesars, that came and ruled what? The Roman Empire. Right? And now in again what? The revised Roman Empire, Rome again, fulfilling what? Malachi chapter 1 verse 4. Right? Them come back and build the desolate places. Rome fell, but it come back. You have the European Union, you have big old Babylon, you have NATO, right? And then basically push off in all other branches.
And that's how America was established under what they call the Treaty of Rome. Zane, and that's why even in the court system is pure Latin terms. Zane, they used to teach even Roman numerals in schools. So there's a lot in society. The law and the justice system itself is made up of Roman terminologies. Zane, subpoena. What do they call it? They have a whole heap of different names. Zane, habeas corpus. Zane, whole heap of different terminologies when I come to me right now.
Well, even Rome was similar. We have a Senate house.
Exactly.
You know, you have America, we have the Senate. So the same structure, or the same way Rome was basically fashioned, is the same way the society is fashioned again.
Yep.
They build it off of the same.
You have Malachi 1 and 4 in the NLT. Let's go over point. So Malachi chapter 1 verse 4. It said, Esau's descendants in Edom may say, we have been shattered, but we will rebuild the ruins. You know, if you rebuild the ruins, you rebuild after the same fashion.
Yeah.
What was destroyed.
And they say he's descendants.
Descendants.
So vocab, they are Edomites today. Right, but let's go back to here.
Back in 2 Esdras.
Oh yeah, and the lion referring to Yahushua. Right? Conquering lion of the tribe of Judah, not Selassie. Yahushua. The so-called black man.
I preached that for the Senate or something.
Yeah, we just bring it out real good.
Let me try to do it first. Alright. So this is first Maccabees 8 and start from verse 13. Also that whom they would help to a kingdom those reign, and whom again they displace. Finally that they were greatly exalted. Yet for all this none of them were crowned or was clothed in purple to be magnified thereby. Moreover, how they had made for themselves a Senate house wherein 320 men sat in council daily, consulting always for the people, to the end that might be well ordered, and that they committed their government to one man every year who ruled over all their country, and that all were obedient to that one, and that there was neither envy nor emulation among them.
Exactly. You can just get Revelation 12 real quick. Oh yeah, you can just get it. Revelation 12. What do we have? Revelation 12. Yeah. Start that verse. Yeah, 13, sorry, 13.
1301.
What else do I want to go get?
Where you want?
No, that's the other one. That's the other one.
Okay.
Revelation chapter 13, starting at verse 1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea.
This is John the Revelator. It's on the island of Patmos. And we get banished, salt mine, prison. Right? And him look, and see a vision. Right? One.
Having 7 heads and 10 horns.
Yeah, the beast represent what? Kingdoms. We should go bring out the 4th beast from the book of Daniel 7th chapter. Right? And the sea will go up to the people, so that the people will rise kingdoms. One up.
And upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his head the name of blasphemy.
Yeah, so it says 7 heads, which go back to NATO, and the 10 horns go back to the EU. Now with them up.
Just for edification, say when you see that kingdom was the Asian Roman kingdom at first,
and the super right? Right, but originally it was like 7 and then break up. Now I think what Finland joined over there, and I come at 51. Last count. Alright, 31, on the number there. Right, but the major ones got them break up. Like for example, in after World War, let's say 2, you have countries split like Austria, Hungary, become Austria and then Hungary. Right, but before there was like one. Yeah, Germany major, Germany minor. Right?
Alright, so and just make it very clear, even when I go down below, it say one of them have even a wound and be dead. Verse 17, and that was the Asian Roman Empire. You see me, so when John see this vision in a 30, the Asian Roman Empire must see.
So fast forward to these are the 7 heads. It says Germania Minor, Germania Major, the Romans, French, Spanish, the British, Greeks, the 10 horns, Belgium, Denmark, France, Italy, Luxembourg, Netherlands, Greece, Spain and Portugal, England and Ireland, West Germany.
Back in Revelation the 13th chapter, picking up at verse 2. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion, and the dragon gave him his power, and his seat and great authority.
Right, so basically you have leopard, and you have like basically you are Daniel the 7th chapter tell about the kingdoms them will come before the Roman Empire. And the Roman come and conquer everybody. Right?
And they mentioned the beer. Saying Russia is not a part of the because the beer is talking about Russia. It's not a part of NATO or the EU. But the reason why it mentioned the beer is because Russia got take down NATO out of rulership. Saying because of Russia, I go be the one of the main ones. You know what I mean? We are gonna strike the kingdoms with what missiles, man. In this last day.
The leopard is because the leopard is the beginning of Esau's rule.
Yep.
Yep, but then come, basically them come and take over from Greek. Right, starting with I think the name of the cracker. Alexander the Greek. Greek. That's a new brother to that. But go on.
Verse 3. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death.
Yeah, because the Roman Empire fell. And that's why the Israelites started with the war known as the Moors back then, or Constantinople. Constantine, when he ruled Constantinople, started with Septimus Severus. And before that was basically the last Edomite rule was Domitian, right? Because it's referred to the 12 Caesar, right? Which we're going to go to. We're not reading still, but we'll go to the end of it. But we tell about the feathers them what came and ruled after that Jake come into power, right? So go on. Yeah, hence we were known as when we are ruled, them call it the Holy Roman Empire. So, which was unholy. You see me? Until Constantinople fell, when you have Mehmet II take over, yo. And then afterwards you have people in Turkey, but back then you Ottoman Empire.
And it just like to, even with the Constantinople, Constantine, the Council of Nicaea, Sound of Easter, where they celebrate now, all paganic, all of them paganic customs they get incorporated, you know, in the whole so-called Christianity. But the scripture does not support these allegations.
That's right.
And his deadly wound was healed.
So his deadly wound was healed because when he come back in power, when he get restored.
And all the world wondered after the beast.
The world wondered after the beast. Right now, you know, when after World War II, when NATO formed an alliance, right, basically deter or basically stand as an opponent to Russia, right? The world marveled, like who can take down them? Right? That Babylon going in every country, scripture call it what? The hammer of the herd. You know, and you have England and France and Germany back of them, so some of the chief countries, right, basically we call it now, them get benefits of America basically plundering the earth. So the world wondered at them. Even right now you have people that say who can go against America? Right? But the Most High rise up the spirit of the kings and the Medes, right, protect them America. One, which is the Malays are turned against them too. Prophecy. Continue.
Verse 4. And they worshipped the dragon which gave power unto the beast. And they worshipped the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him?
Yeah, you know, who ultimately are going to make war with the beast? Let's go back to something now. Second Esdras. Right? Which again, this is referring to the paganic Roman Empire when they come back again. Right? So Yahushai will come back again. Right? Come first and then crucify him, which that was a prophecy. When they come back, protect them. Right? The so-called white man and all these nations. So go on up.
Right, 2nd Esdras 11, verse 37. And I beheld, and lo, as it were a roaring lion, chased out of the wood. And I saw that he sent out a man's voice unto the eagle.
Yeah, as I said that, you remind me of, what's it, Isaiah 31. You see me? You say, well, we can just get it real quick. Isaiah 31, I think about verse 4 and 5.
Alright, so this is Isaiah chapter 31 and verse 4. Alright, Isaiah 31 and verse 4. For thus hath the Lord spoken unto me, like as the lion and the young lion roared on his prey, when a multitude of shepherds is called forth against him. He will not be afraid of their voice, nor abase himself for the noise of them. So shall the Lord of hosts come down to fight for Mount Zion.
Yes, the Lord have come with the whole host of heaven. Fight against Esau, right, on our behalf. Because we are yet to stay in our captivity and they refuse to let us go. Just like in ancient Egypt. The Most High hardened the Pharaoh's heart, you know, so he's going to let you go, so the Most High can show him power. and they look at the world forgot who is the Most High, then don't worry. He will remind you. Go on, huh?
So shall the Lord of hosts come down to fight for Mount Zion and for the hill thereof. Verse 5.
Yes, so the Most High fight for Mount Zion, nobody else. So no heathen now get saved, it's impossible. There will be slaves in the kingdom. Again, that even go back to the kingdom of heaven. The kingdom of heaven is the Israelites ruling these nations. So by default, other nations cannot be saved. Right? Continue.
Even though at this time restore the kingdom unto Israel.
Unto Israel, no other nation.
I remember built by the house of David.
That's right.
And in the time of King David, the tabernacle of David what? King David built a garrison in Edom, Moab, all of these nations was what? Tributary.
That's right.
Henceforth when Solomon was ruling, everybody bring
Goods to him. Yeah, which Isaiah 61 tell you that, the prophecy. These nations will basically reap them resources. Right? With balance, of course, we not be like Esau. We suck out everything out of here. And worship no one fall.
So we shall boast ourselves in the substance of the Gentiles.
That's right.
Verse 5 in Isaiah 31. As birds flying, so will the Lord of hosts defend Jerusalem. Defending also will deliver it, and passing over he will preserve it.
Just like Egypt, it was birds flying, but it was a big craft.
Right.
You know, at that point it was a big craft, which is what? Who you think was in that craft?
Right.
So the birds flying, this time why it gonna be grand or more grand than Egypt, as it says in Jeremiah 16. This time it might come with birds. It's not gonna be one bird.
He will say, all eyes shall see him.
Right. It's gonna be the big craft, but he must send out little crafts to gather the elect from the four corners of the earth.
Right. And he might conquer. When God in the elect of one,
Yep.
but he might conquer.
And he defended Israel at the time because he was one part of the chariot was shooting out flames and giving darkness to the Egyptians.
Right.
But he gave light to the Israelites and guide them through the wilderness. See? And that's the same thing we want to know. You know, similar. We might destroy, because the chariot that come with a destructive, with weapons of destruction, man.
I'm saying, come to sense the fire on the earth.
Yep.
What do you think you might use and read the chariots?
He said, what would I if it is already kindled? See, because the chariots are come add fire to what is going on in the earth, man. The fire that is already lit. Because in the midst of our World War III, when America is about to be made desolate, when the missiles are coming down, then the angels gonna beam up the elect.
That's right.
And I saw that he sent out a man's voice unto the eagle, and said, Hear thou, I will talk with thee, and the highest shall say unto thee, Art not thou it that remainest of the four beasts?
It that remaineth of the fourth beast. And we should go into it. Alright, go on.
Whom I made to reign in my world.
So the Most High made them reign in the world. And Scripture say what? The Most High live and request with Daniel 27.
Daniel chapter 4 and verse 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men.
The basis of men, which are the Edomites. Right? Job the 30th chapter. Continue.
That the end of their times might come through them.
Okay, so the end of their times might come. Right? So the last nation that's going to rule are these Edomites. And then going to be the first group of slaves in the kingdom. Starting with them elites. Right? One.
And the fourth came and overcame all the beasts that were past, and had power over the world with great fearfulness.
Yeah, power over the world. because the scripture prophecy of two nations that's going to have domination of the earth. The Roman Empire never had full domination back then. But now them have it. Right? Continue.
And over the whole compass of the earth,
The whole compass of the earth.
with much wicked oppression.
Much wicked oppression. I was speaking about America with them European allies, right? Coming other countries and steal them resources. Where they hear what is it? I don't know the name of the country. Like seeing go down there. Macron go down there and then run him.
I think either I think Nigeria.
You remember which?
Yeah, but I think one of the
Four African nations.
yeah, some of the West African country them.
Yeah. Right? Because America, France, Britain, they've been plundering the earth. So they're tired. Right, go on now?
Go on.
With much oppression.
And them a force that faggot vibration upon especially them a do it to the Caribbean too, but them a force it upon the West African countries, you know, the African countries, and that's giving your neighbor, as the scripture say, you know, you might give him neighbor the bottle for drink, you know, put it to the mate for drink, which is what? The philosophy. You know, the philosophy which is referred to as wine. Saying that's what he's forcing the nations to drink, especially our people. Saying?
Jeremiah tells us that the nations are mad.
Yeah.
So we do to all of them philosophies there, the nations are mad. Because if you look at the leader from Uganda to Kenya, all of them African leaders, they come out against the policies where America and the West want to bring down there, yo.
Yep, and
American leaders say the gay right policy, I want the main policy when the international thing, you know.
which is hypocrisy. Because them not force that upon none of them allies. Saying them not do it to France. Well, them not do it to Russia. Which Russia is not an ally, but them not do it to Russia, them not do it to Saudi Arabia. Them not do it to none of these countries that actually oppose these kind of philosophies. But that's just the devil for you, and it show you that this man is the devil for real, because the scripture says what? The devil shall be loose out in prison and shall go about to deceive the world in the four corners of the earth, Gog and Magog, and so on and so forth, man. So who is doing that? So-called white man, especially Esau, man. It's just to show you that it match him.
Hey guys, they're just saying, you know, all wars are bonkers war. And Albert White, and basically state about the three wars when you get it from the scriptures. We saw a plot. World War 1, 2, and 3 of a fight. It's bonkers war. The least them set this up. Right? Going back to as they quote this precept on Revelation in 20th chapter. Right? We set this up. One.
Real quick, this is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 6 in NLT. It says, but soon their captives will taunt them. They will mock them, saying, what sorrow awaits you thieves? Now you will get what you deserve. You've become rich by extortion. But how much longer can this go on? Suddenly, your debtors will take action. They will turn on you and take all you have while you stand trembling and helpless. Because